All right there. Social justice, a strange thing for many reasons, but the end game, the actual agenda, the one that encompasses all of them in the Venn diagram of SJWism, is an end to competition. That's what they're after. And the problem is, if you end competition, you end society. You end society, you end justice. Good one, social justice. But if you are going to be of that particular twat arena, I think it's important you make use of attractive forms and cultural modes. So I've spent a bit of time on YouTube and I've found some things that I think you might find interesting. Let's start with this boy. He's a vegan activist singer. Check him out. For the first 27 years of my life, I thought I was a good person. I didn't hurt anyone, or so I thought. For the first 20 years of my life, I thought I was a good person. I didn't hurt anyone, or so I thought. Now it's time to think. Hit it. The truth is that I did hurt people, counting chicken, turkey, and fish people. Chickens, turkey, and fish people. I think it's important to understand as one of the tropes of songstivism, soundovism, is to know that because what you're doing is important, you can forget about any kind of aesthetic beauty. Continue. I hurt them every time I ate them and their secretions. Just in case you can't hear it, he's referring to the fish, chicken and turkey people, but he hurt them every time he ate them and their secretions. Moaning about caviar. That's what son of Rage Against the Machine, Rage Against the Spawn is moaning about. Continue. Now I am a vegan. I'm not just saying namaste. I'm living namaste. Now I am a vegan. I'm not just saying peace. I'm living peace. I encourage you to be vegan. Barking mad. Barking mad. Imagine this twat at a party, and you'd have to imagine him because he's getting invited to none. Nothing, nowhere, no socialising, hasn't done it. In his car alone. Carries on like this, he's going to grow up, he's going to end up sitting in a room in Thailand on his own talking to himself. No one wants that. Don't just say you're a good person, be a good person. Please be vegan, respect all animals ever. Can you imagine him like courting a lady, and you know that first time when they go home and he's like, oh, should we put on some music? You know, I was disgusting. But I mean in a culturally vulgar kind of way. Oh, I'll put on the Doors when I was 16 and my girlfriend would have to suffer it. I'll be sitting there going on about Jim Morrison. But that's kind of typical, kind of acceptable. She liked it. I pulled her. I was with her for 8 years. When he sits down and goes, oh, I love this one because I am a vegan. No, she's going to kill herself or him. Everywhere. You can say namaste every day, but if you eat animals, that speaks louder. You can say peace as often as you want, but if you eat eggs and dairy, that speaks louder. You can tell everyone you're a good person, but if you support animal cruelty, that speaks louder. What goes into your mouth says a lot more than what comes out of your mouth. It must be absolutely heartbreaking being a parent and watching your children become stupid. I mean, they start stupid, but it's cute, and there's no sense of self. They haven't gone through the mirror phase yet. They haven't divided their pronouns up into distinguishable groups. And then they go through the latency period where it's all just put in the background, and they've just got big heads and they walk around and no one really likes them. But then they get interested, they get to like 12 or 13, they start making choices and becoming something and having a character. And you're looking at it, it must be amazing. And then they turn into this, and you know, they're in a car. I wish I was a vegan. This is a suicide case. The bloke could be dead soon. So let's enjoy him while we can. What goes into your mouth says a lot more than what comes out of your mouth. Hang on. Words to live by. What goes into your mouth says a lot more about you than what comes out of it. That's his logic. A mate of mine said once, unrelated but interesting, a mate of mine once said, you can tell a lot about someone by what they're like. Anyway, let's have a look at some more from the social justice division. Social justice oral tradition. This is a band called Resilience. Now, they're crappy punk. You know what to expect. No, I will not do what you say. I will not work, I will not. All right. But in this interview, which, you know, in fairness to them, had 26 views and no likes, it gets a bit awkward at this point when it comes up on political correctness. Check it.
You know, and technically, I mean, as silly as it might sound, you know, everybody being able to have a different opinion and being able to say what they want, that's great.
As silly as that might sound, that's what you've got to prefix that with these days. As silly as it might sound, everyone can have an opinion and voice it. I know, bonkers, or when I hear it. Continue, exploited.
You know, that's just freedom.
That's a tough one for people.
No, it's not a tough one. Machinist.
People have a tough time with that, because freedom of speech allows a lot of different speech you may not agree with, and what you see, and at least I see, in the younger activists, who I agree with.
Youngstivists, we call them.
I largely agree with a lot of their ideals and what they're saying. There is sometimes this push to say, well, what you're saying is not good. You can't say that.
Sometimes, well, that sometimes happens, or is that globally in law, academia, and the media? Sometimes.
Right.
And it's a sticky area, and we could talk for hours about it. Do you have any thoughts on that? I mean, you seem to be an absolutist in terms of it.
Dialogue is changing a lot because, you know, I guess like political correctness has changed a lot because things have come up in the last 20 years that it's like,
be specific, you dull twat.
No, you are offending people just for your own joy or something.
Amazing choice of words. Just for your own joy. Come on, we're progressives. You will not enjoy yourself. There will be no pleasure. Just for your own joy. Shocking.
Something, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember, like, you know, in the 80s, it's like people threw the term fag around, you know, and it's like,
he said fag. Fag.
Like now, that's like a super red flag, and
fag.
It's like we shouldn't be saying that.
Fag.
People getting upset about political correctness and things like that. Like, the thing that I usually notice in those instances when people are like, oh, you know, you're trying to be the PC police and whatever it is it's usually somebody who has not been marginalized by anything.
Like Hersey Alley.
That would be like kind of a red flag, right?
Fag.
Like, if you're the type of person who's thinking like, you know, oh, you know, blah, 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 the PC police thing and so on and so forth, like...
You said nothing. If you're one of those people who thinks blah, 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 the PC police.
I think it's kind of on you to stop and listen and want, like...
Shut up and listen. Yeah, we know how it works. Fag.
Ask yourself, like, why you feel the need to be able to bandy around terms that are offensive to other people. Like, why is it, like...
Bandy around terms? What, like bandy and... like bandy around terms? Fag.
What skin is it off of your back, really, I think?
What skin is it off of your back? Amazing reworking, making something quite abstract and figurative purely nonsense. Fag.
It's kind of like...
Fag.
The thing, like, a lot of people need to ask themselves in that regard, personally. But
yeah, you said nothing. Interesting in this video, though, right at the beginning, the two presenters, there's this gorgeous little moment. Oh, check out the intro music. You'd think it was going to be a parody. You'd think it was a joke. It's the sort of thing funny comics do. Check it out. On stage with Jim and Tom. On stage, Jim and Tom. On stage with Jim and Tom. On stage with Jim and Tom. On stage with Jim and Tom. They're a couple of fags. Fags.
Tonight we welcome the punk rock band Resilience to the stage.
Resilience. Check out these middle-aged pricks. Right, now watch this. There's a lovely little bit. I want to tell you what to look out for. The machinist on the right here gets the ump with his dad. He asks him to ask the band to explain something, and then when his dad does ask them to explain, he says maybe later. Check it.
Stage of the Phoenix Theater. This band hails from Santa Rosa, California, and has an 18-year history with lyrical content that touches
18 years they've been going, not bad. 42 views. Fags.
on a wide variety of social problems. They represent an attitude of self-empowerment in a world of negativity. Tonight, we'll explore their views, we'll explore their history, and later, they'll play some music. Please welcome to the program...
Some fags.
Resilience.
Thanks for having us.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey there.
Hey there. A lot has happened in the 18 years that you have been a band.
Why is he holding the mic that's got a stand on it? Incredible.
And Tom and I were talking about his 30-plus year history of doing punk down here. Mm-hmm. And this show tonight and the political climate that we're in right now reminded him of a story from 1991 with the band DRI.
Right, check it. Just this is so juicy. And also watch the machinist on the right turn away when it's his dad's turn. It's just simple. I'm not interested. The body language. I'm not interested in you. And then, like I say, fucks him up.
Oh, all right.
Take it away, Tom Gaffey.
Oh. Well,
turn away, ignore him.
you know, because I was going over your lyrics from the early days, and
Still not looking.
I remember those days, and it was all sharps and skins,
Look at the way he's holding that microphone. Jesus Christ.
and it was.
Can we tell everybody what sharps and skins are?
Well, you know, I'd love to hear your version of that. Actually,
Let's come back to it later. But go ahead. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Ask him. I'd love to. Let's come back to it later. So there you go. That's Resilience. The music's pointless to listen to. Next we have Marxman. Marxman. M-A-R-X. That's as in Carl. There's the old hammer and sickle. And this is from the album 33 Revolutions per Minute. I want you to check out. Right, the first thing is the lyrics are on the actual video, and you can't quite make it out. But I'll tell you right at the beginning, he says they're sort of saying under their breath, "Marx, the man, M-A-R-X, the man." Ooh. And then listen to the first line and try not to puke. Take it away, Marxman. Marx the man. Marx the man.
M-A-N of M-A-R-X. Here to break necks and give socialist sex up.
Yep, you heard it. Here to break necks and give socialist sex. Do you want to hear it again? Just so that I wasn't making it up.
M-A-R-X. Here to break necks and give socialist sex up.
Ooh, can you imagine what socialist sex is like? I'm offering capitalist sex all the way to the cash machine. Okay, so there was that. This nightmare from BuzzFeed. What's interesting about this is the absolute lack of melody, just a string of notes. I mean, when I first heard it, I thought this was like some serialism, something by Schoenberg or Boulez or something. It's just sort of and then when it gets going, but out of interest is the placards. Take it away, fuzzfuck.
So here I stand, one girl among many. I speak, not for myself, but for those without voice can be heard.
Put on your face, know your place. Shut up and smile, don't spread your legs. I could do that, but no one.
Meaningless platitudes, meaningless lyrics, just nothing, just emotive.
Knows me, no one ever will.
heat of trees stung. Hell on a spade.
If I don't say something, if I just lie still, would I be
What is this about living with Fritzl?
letting monsters scare them all away? If I let them hear all I have to say, I can't keep quiet.
I want us to talk to each other. The operative word here is I want. 2 words. I want everyone to believe what I believe, to think what I think.
I can't keep quiet.
Just some pox. Just a pock family. It's a pock family. Yeah, you know, pock.
One woman riot.
Ridiculous. So, okay, right, and so, look at those fucking faces, you dried out old harpies.
I can't keep quiet. For anyone.
You know, this sort of moral hijacking of this idea of feminism that's just pet grievances. I want a choice. Make some fucking effort then. Do some work. Achieve freedom. Find choices. It's a competition. That's life. Always has been. Always will be.
Cause no.
Yeah, how do you think you put people anywhere? How do you think a government gets to do that? By having money, by having freedom, having choices. That's what money gives you. Yeah, fuck the money, fuck the economy. Oh, do you see the problem?
One knows me, no.
So, alright, well, get busy with policy changes, get busy. This is bullshit. This is said as if it's just deserved. I'm a woman, I want this. Why isn't it happening? I want loads of things, always have done, and what I've got to fucking work for, so's everyone I know.
I don't say something, take that dry blue pill, they may see.
Oh, right. Well, the world doesn't work like that. Let me tell you something. The world is a dangerous place, not just for people in their mum's clothes talking in a silly voice either. It's a dangerous place for idiots like me as well. It's dangerous. It's occasionally safe. Certain areas have achieved a certain level of protection. Do you know how they've done that? Organisation. Yeah. Not just demanding. Simple, really. You don't get respect just because you want it. Fair enough that you want it, I get that, but you have to earn it. Wood tap number 4. Oh, that one in particular.
Take that dry blue pill, they may see a monster.
I want safety. Unlucky. That ended when you were spat out of the womb. You know, what? You're not children. Welcome to the world. That. You're not a child. You're an adult. Fear is intrinsic to life, to existence. You don't get that. Draw as many fucking rainbows as you want, you stupid twat. Anyway, you get the idea. I want. Right. As annoying as all that is, though, I'm going to play you out with something that made me laugh when it came out, and it's going to a little bit of light relief, just so that you know that the other resistance, the other side is working hard on the musical brigade too. I'll put the link to the full song in the description because I ain't going to play it all, but it is a proper chuckle. Hit it.
Pepe's become kind of a symbol.
We hit someone really hard in the street and then cried when they kicked the fucking shit out of us.
So you wanna be Antifa? We're taking down the West. Unless your mom finds your bandana, she'll never guess. Even though you're anti-fascist, can you act like a fascist if you need to? Ooh, that's bad. Never talk to the camera, there is nobody that you should ever speak to. And we're the anti-fat kid, cause you're gonna get hit. So you wanna be Antifa, you wanna change the world. Be like Yvette Flocka, what an amazing girl. Keep covering your face when you cover them in mace, let me tell you. When the right try to talk, you can use a bike lock to defend you. And wear a black outfit, so they know who to hit.
Oh, and then 4chan.
Come on down to Burke.
4chan got hold of him, but he lost his job and got prosecuted. Unlucky. Maybe don't go hitting people over the fucking head with bike locks. Anyway, just a little one there. Enjoy yourselves, and don't forget they're all twats and they're so annoying. Oh, while we're here though, I've said it a couple of times on Twitter, so if you've read it, well, it doesn't matter. But try not to get irritated and frustrated by these endless petty examples of racism and sexism and Islamophobia and all the other bullshit these crazy little things. Oh, this happened, a road sign over here, or the aircon and all that. The reason these are the examples, the reason the examples of hate speech are things like Count Dacula's fucking Nazi dog and things like that is because that's all they've got. Don't be irritated by these petty, pathetic examples of all the isms that we're supposedly are as a society. What they actually show is how accepting and tolerant we are. Okay? Good.